shovel ready. I am strong, I am steady, not afraid.
Here's a shovel for you.
To get sweaty. I am here, shovel ready.
The Lagunitas Creek watershed is very important. It's one of the healthiest runs remaining in the Central Coast ecologically significant unit for salmon. It's not in especially good shape. Returns have been very low. This year is not doing well by any historical measure, but it's doing better than we expected. We can make it a lot better. We need to make it a lot better.
Our watershed here is actually doing a better job of avoiding extinction than watersheds elsewhere. So, the salmon do need our help. They are in trouble here in California. And if we all band together and do watershed protection, they will have a fighting chance.
What happens to the salmon out at the sea, we don't necessarily have a lot of control over. We need to make sure that their natal streams are in good shape when they come home to spawn. Looks like an adult, probably an adult male, and a jack right there. See how the jack is half the size. So the white area, the white outline area, where the rocks are a lot lighter, is the red. That is their nest, and it's whiter because the female, when she was constructing the red, knocks the rocks around with her tail fin or her dorsal fin, and it shakes the algae or the slime off the rocks, making it lighter than the rocks around it. Now the eggs are actually buried there in the gravel, underneath the stones, a few inches deep. The male will fertilize the whole red, the whole nest, and then in the final act of spawning. They have a 3-year life cycle, and the salmon that were born in 2008 returned to spawn in 2011. So this cohort, the 2011-2012 cohort, were born and hatched in 2008-2009. They spent 2 years, 1 year in the stream and 2 years in the ocean before they returned. The 2008-2009 cohort was very small, the lowest ever recorded, and that was partially because the 2005 cohort that they were born out of was the year of some very significant late season storms that blew out the reds in the stream. I mean, the flows were so high they washed a lot of the fry and alvin eggs out of the stream. In spite of not having had a whole lot of natural rain, last week we did have, 2 weeks ago, MMWD, the Marin Municipal Water District, did a upstream migration release, and that release opened up some more stream for spawning. Now, if we can practice more water conservation as a society and use less water, maybe we can have higher flows in the streams all the time, maybe a few less dams.
Everyone in their own watershed can do their part in helping restore California's coho by promoting healthy watersheds where you live, and that means less pesticides and less chemicals on your home property, and being aware of how we're all connected to the watersheds. Everything runs downstream and into the salmon habitat, and if we all just take our little part and keep care of our properties, then we'll be one step closer to better habitat for salmon.
The habitat restoration that we're doing helps the salmon. It keeps the soils where they belong, on the hillsides and out of the streams. So that's what you're going to be doing today to really help the fish. And they need lots of fresh, clean water flowing over them so they breathe. Well, the dirt in the ground here, when it rains, it all washes down into the stream and it buries the eggs and they suffocate and die. So what we want to do is we want to do good plants growing up here to hold the soil in place. What we're going to do is we're going to get rid of some of the non-native species first to make room for our plants. So I'm going to show you all some of those species, and then you'll help me pull them, and then I'll get some more plants for us to plant in their place. Himalayan blackberry can be differentiated from native blackberry. One, because when Himalayan blackberry gets really big, it can have 5 leaves. So native blackberry never has more than 3 leaves. That's only a feature you're going to notice at a Himalayan blackberry that's gotten larger. The other diagnostic feature is that native blackberry, the stems are round. Himalayan blackberry, they have ridges. You can feel the ridges. So that's how you'll know you're pulling Himalayan blackberry instead of the native blackberry. This is vinca or rosy periwinkle, and these buds right here will turn into really nice purple flowers. Unfortunately, the plant as a whole is very invasive and can spread out and just basically form a whole carpet of matter. It's easily identified even without the buds. Glossy leaves, very glossy or waxy, and also they always come off in pairs, alternate to one another. So basically this is vinca, I believe it's vinca minor is the name, but rosy periwinkle, and we want to say goodbye. It's another plant that if we don't get all the roots out, it will aggressively come back. So let me pass this around. See, it's got glossy, waxy leaves.
So it's not a native.
It is not a native.
Oops. Gotta be careful. Is there something? Is this one?
This is a native planting, yeah. So you want to be careful. This is a native blackberry that we planted right here. And that'll be good when it gets bigger.
Yeah, you probably have some stakes or something. I think I want these are pretty hidden.
We have a landowner consultation service where we can come out and look at a landowner's property and figure out if there are ways that we can help them restore habitat on their land. What we would do is come in, look for opportunities, identify projects, submit grant proposals, secure the funding, and then work with the landowner, the regulatory agencies, and implement the project. We bring out elementary school, middle school, high school groups to do habitat restoration. They can either come to this site or one of our other sites. We offer, as well as a volunteer program, an educational program where we can take a creek walk to hopefully view spawning salmon, or we can couple the 2 activities into a single day. Sometimes I go to classrooms and I give presentations, PowerPoint presentations to the students about salmon, and that can all be integrated along with the volunteer project for the classroom. You can contact us at info@spawnusa.org, or you can try Jonathan at spawnusa.org. We're online at www.spawnusa.org. And our office phone number is area code 415-663-8590. We'll be happy to help you.
I am here, shovel ready. I am strong, I am steady, not afraid to get sweaty. I am here, shovel ready.